1040return.com, the ultimate tax solution and the complete package in filing your tax returns. Not only do we provide you with the most easy to use and powerful software available in filing your tax returns, we also have a wealth of tax resources at your fingertips. So make sure to come visit us at 1040return.com today. This video will demonstrate how to use our innovative 1040return.com software to file a 1040A with an earned income credit for single individuals. So let's get started. Here we are at 1040return.com. So let's begin an example on how to file a 1040A with an earned income tax credit and a single individual claiming a dependent. The program is designed to ask you questions so that you don't miss a deduction. And the best part is 1040return.com helps prevent you from being audited by the IRS. Okay, let's begin by clicking on Start for Free button. Since we don't have an account, let's create one by clicking on the Here link. So, for this example, I would create a sample account. However, feel free to fill in your own information instead. Don't forget to click on the Terms of Service Agreement box below, and when you are all set, press Create Account to get started. Next, we go to the About You page. This form will be for an individual with one child, so we will be using Head of Household. For filing status, and we will be using sample information, in this case, John Smith. And we will enter in a sample Social Security number and birth date. Again, feel free to fill in your own information instead. We will click on Next to proceed. On this page, we find a continuation of the About You page. So we will enter in our contact information with sample telephone numbers. Our email address is already auto-filled. And for occupation, we will say that John Smith is a cook. Then we click Next. Moving on, we will click No for Can anyone claim you as a dependent? Then click Next. John was not married in 2014. Then click Next. On this page, we enter John's sample address. Then we click Next when ready. On this page, we type in Baltimore for John's school district, then click Next. In this example, we won't do anything with return election, so we will just hit Save and Continue. So now we have all of our initial information filled in. Let's click on Let's Get Started. We will just do one W-2, so we click on Yes. The form is just for John, so we click his name, then click Next. Since the employee name and the address isn't different, we click on No, then press Next. Here on the employer information page, we will enter some fictitious information for John's employer, Bill Restaurant. We click on Next to proceed. So for John's wages, we'll enter $23,440 with $2,530 for federal income tax withheld, $23,440 for Social Security wages, $1,453 for Social Security tax withheld, $23,440 for Medicare wages and tips, and $339 for Medicare tax withheld. And we click on Next. On this page, we won't be filling in anything as John has no other information, so we click on Next. On this page, we will be doing the state return. We will select the state of Maryland for this return and enter in a sample state ID number. For state wages, we'll enter $23,440, $1,780 for state income tax. Then we will click Save to save this information. Since we don't have any other W-2s to file, we click No. Since that was all the income John had, we click on I'm finished. Okay, moving on. John has a dependent, so we click on Yes. And on this Your Dependent page, we'll be filling in sample information on John's dependent, Alice, his daughter. And since she lived with John the whole year, we select 12 under months lived with you. We click Next after all the information is entered. Since John didn't have any childcare expenses, we click on the link Next to continue. Now, on the Earned Income Credit page, let's answer these questions. Yes, the child is single. Yes, she lived with John over half of the year. And no, someone else can claim his daughter. We click Next to continue. Since there aren't any unusual circumstances, we will click Save to save this information and proceed on. We now click on Finish with Dependents since John has entered all his dependents' information. Although we don't have any deductions to worry about, we do have to answer some questions on healthcare. So let's click on the healthcare link and click on the Let's Get Started button. Since everyone had healthcare coverage, we click on Yes. John did not use an exchange, so we click on No. Then we click on I'm finished to proceed further. So now let's work on our state tax return by clicking State Taxes. We will click on Work on my state return. As you can see, it's a great value for only $14.95. Because of how powerful this software is at 1040return.com, we really don't have to do too much with the state return. So we click on Continue. So now we will review all of this, and then when ready, click Continue. And here we see we got $4,298 for federal refund and $1,793 for state refund. Let's now click on Continue. As you can see, the software is now double checking. You will see the program has offered us some tips. However, in this case, we don't have to worry about that. So we just click on Continue to move on. Let's click on the Yes, I'd like to create a preview of my return link below to generate a preview of our return before we pay for it. Not many tax companies allow you to do that. So once ready, we click on the View Return button to open it. And now we see John Smith's tax return. As you can see here, you can view your own tax return for free here at 1040return.com. It's that easy and simple to file for Earned Income Tax Credit with our software. Once finished, let's click Continue. Since we want to e-file the federal return and the state return, we will click on Continue. And we will click on Add 1040 Protect for only $19.95, which is a great value and will give you protection in case you are audited by the IRS. 1040 Return will intercede on your behalf and will give you that extra peace of mind. So to pay for the return, we will select the convenient option of e-Collect, which ensures that no money is paid out of pocket. Instead, your tax preparation fees are taken out of your refund and the balance is deposited into your bank account, a convenient way to pay since you won't have to worry about spending money right now. Of course, if you want to pay with a credit card, click on the other link below. We will continue to move on. We will click on I agree to use e-Collect. For this particular sample, we won't be entering in the information, but for your own forms, you will be required to, in order to utilize the convenient option of e-Collect. Once finished, we would click on the Continue button and you would be finished with filing with 1040return.com. It's that easy. Thank you for watching. We hope you learned how easy and powerful the software here at 1040return.com is in filing your return. Remember, 1040return.com is the most trusted and most powerful software in filing your tax returns and will help prevent you getting audited by the IRS. So, try it today for free at 1040return.com.